Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome everyone here to Bulldog Stadium on the campus of Mount Dora Christian Home and Bible School. It is game 10 of the season, our last game, last home game, last game of the season. This evening, the Bulldogs are welcoming the All Saints Academy St. Bernards. We're just about getting ready to kick off. We're just about ready to kick off. They're out in the center of the field making the decision as to how that's going to happen. Alongside this evening, Chris Braun is with me again, and we appreciate him coming and helping us out.
Glad to be back.
And we are enjoying some football weather tonight. I'd say it's about 60 degrees, 65 degrees maybe.
Right around there.
Very nice, very nice. Because I remember 2 or 3 weeks ago we were here perspiring.
We were.
I don't think we will do any of that tonight.
We won't have to worry, that's for sure.
All right, so the Bulldogs are going to kick off. And the St. Bernards... Nope, sorry, backwards. St. Bernard's going to kick off. Bulldogs will receive. Back for the Bulldogs, number 1 and number 2. We've got Joseph Aline, Dylan Rocca back to receive the kickoff. Teeing it up for the St. Bernard's. Is number 45.
Nelson Hughes.
Nelson Hughes going to be kicking off. Teeing it up at the 40-yard line. We're just about ready to start. Joseph Aline picks up the kickoff. He's got a gap. He's on the way. He's at the 40.
That's the way to start off.
And it is a touchdown. Opening kickoff returned by Joseph Aline. He took the ball in at about the 20-yard line, so we'll say 80 yards on that return.
And he was pretty much untouched.
There was only one man that really had an opportunity toward him, and we got our head in front of him and were able to block him out of the play, and it was just a waltz into the end zone from there. And we will attempt, looks like we're going to line up for the 1 point after. Christian Stone has recovered from his broken arm enough that he is capable of kicking, so he will try this point after. It's right through there.
Very nice.
So, 11 minutes and 46 seconds. 7-0. All Saints Academy comes in this evening with a 4-3 record, and your home standing Bulldogs are 3-6. 3-6. So they're 4-3. We're 3-6. We're looking to end this season on a positive note. Looking forward towards next year. So now the Bulldogs are going to tee it up at their 40-yard line. And we'll see that the St. Bernards will have one man back to receive the kickoff. They have been looking at our film.
Yes.
Because look at how they're lined up there. They know what we usually do.
Yes.
On the kickoff. So we'll see if we stick with that. Yep, Nick Johnson, freshman, is going to kick off for the Bulldogs. Nope, Christian Stone is going to do it, and we are running our typical onside attempt. And All Saints Academy recovers at the 45-yard line. So first down and 10 from their own 45. And we're about to see our first offensive play of the night. I was out on the field earlier tonight, and I will tell you that All Saints Academy man for man is taller and wider than Mount Dora Bible Bulldogs tonight. We'll see how we come up against them. And I think we left early on that. We'll see how they call it. Yep, 5-yard penalty against the Bulldogs. We just fell for a hard snap count. Something that we like to try to pull on the other team, but we got it pulled on us tonight. So it's 1st and 5. Quarterback in the shotgun with 2 running backs. Handoff goes to number 9, I believe, Dwight Drayton. And he plunges ahead for about 6 yards. It'll be a first down.
That was a gang tackle. You had 54 Davis Brown in on there. You had number 50 Ian Watson, and I think 3 or 4 other guys.
Well, I'm glad Davis is feeling well enough to play tonight. I know in the off season he's going to have some work done, some surgery done, and we wish him well in that he'll recover from that. Drayton again, this time around the right side. Quarterback Patrick Fox hands off.
Number 6, Dustin Walmsley was in on there on the tackle.
We're going to have to give him 7 yards on that play.
Yes.
And 37-yard line of the Bulldogs.
The St. Bernards have some speed.
Fox hands off, this time coming to the left. And they're getting their mileage out of Drayton. He is stopped short of the first down.
And Davis Brown and Ian Watson together in there on the tackle.
And I think we see how it's going to go tonight.
Yes, those running backs misdirection, a lot of speed.
Fullback led the play.
Yep.
And Drayton ducked his head and came out from underneath the pile there and picked up a good yardage.
And Ian Watson was in on the tackle.
They're down to the 26-yard line. Well, he gave it off to somebody else. Number 10 this time. That's Edric Bennett. Bennett takes it around the right-hand side. Another first down.
Number 7, Devin Simmons, in on the tackle. Yeah, so it doesn't seem if it's number 9 or number 10, they're both very quick. Get through those holes fast for the St. Bernards.
10's the bigger of the two backs. Number 9 is low to the ground before he even starts. almost a snap over Fox's head. He reaches up for it, tries to make something out of it, but Bulldogs keep him to about I believe he lost a yard. We'll say a yard he lost.
And number 1, Joseph Aline and Ian Watson again in there on the tackle.
So 2nd and 11.
Yes. So you can see how that high snap just messed up their timing a little bit. And
he couldn't give it off and to who he had in mind and had to basically eat the ball himself. Well, I don't know if they're going to pass the ball tonight or not, but it's going to be a surprise to all of us when they do.
You're right.
Fox keeps it. He options to keep it this time, and he's not able to really make anything out of it. Perhaps back to the original line of scrimmage. Coach Hayes says Demetrius Childs.
Yes, number 70 on the tackle.
Up there's that high snap again. Fox is able to get a hold of it. He cannot get it. He cannot get back in passing position. He had to just basically run it out of bounds.
23, Jordan McPherson in there on the tackle. Got him run out of bounds.
And that's 4th down, so we're looking at 4th and 20. He did have it in his mind to pass that time.
He did.
But that snap he was lucky to recover that.
He was.
Let's see.
Looks like they're going to try a field goal here.
Well, let's see. If they do, they're going to put it down on about the 28-yard line, add 10 more. 38-yard attempt, would you say? 28 plus 10, 38-yard attempt. The kicker doesn't like the feel of the ball. Whoops. There's that high snap again. The kicker has the ball. That's number 45, Nelson Hughes, and he's able to return it for 3 or 4 yards, but we're going to get the ball. Mount Dora Bible Bulldogs will get the ball.
26, Noel Gussler was on the tackle. So that was what, three high snaps in a row there by the St. Bernards?
Actually 4 because he had to reach for it the first time. He had to reach for it the second time. Then it went over his head the third time. Then this one went over the snapper's head. Of course, it doesn't take as much to be a high snap when the snapper's on his knee, but that's 4 high snaps in a row. And that's after they were
just moving it down the field
however they wanted. Here we go. Number 6 has the ball for the Bulldogs, and number 6 is Dustin Walmsley, the quarterback.
Number 10, Edric Bennett, was in on the tackle.
So that's a first down.
Ball be placed on the 38-yard line. First down, Bulldog!
So Christian Stone comes into the game, and I didn't see the signal, but I think we are taking a water break. Well, while we have a timeout, let me just send a little shout out here. Tammy and John Grant want to give a shout out to Beth Leary and Nicole Cardoso for all of their help and support with the football team this year. Beth and Nicole, your efforts have impacted the team and coaches in such a positive way, and you two are greatly appreciated by the coaches and the staff of Mount Dora Bible football team. So shout out to Nicole and Beth for all the good work they do. All right, Walmsley wants to fling it. And he underthrew it, and number 10, Edric Bennett, had his hands on it as he came out of bounds. But it was actually overthrown out of bounds. Gussler was out there.
He was, yeah. Gussler was behind him but couldn't quite get the ball quite far enough downfield.
Well, Walmsley just going to hang on to it and drive himself right up the middle of the field.
And number 10, Edric Bennett, was in on the tackle. Great run.
A great run by him, and he's got to be getting some blocking because there was a hole.
Yes.
It wasn't a matter of him breaking a lot of tackles. There was just running up the hole. Gave the ball off to Dylan Rocca this time.
He was tripped up by 42, Derek Payne.
Number 2, Dylan Rocca on the carry for the Bulldogs. It'll be a 6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 4 from the 42.
Walmsley just picks his way up the middle there.
He's doing a very good job of finding the opening in there and just going straight forward, straight downfield. And 42 was Derek Payne in there on the tackle again.
First down.
First down, Bulldog!
Well, they found him out on that.
They did.
Walmsley tried actually to come to the right a little bit.
And 42, Derek Payne in there again on the tackle.
Yep. 2nd and 8. Somebody missed the block that time.
Yeah, they left 42, Derek Payne, alone, and he got
in the backfield
for dropping for a 4-yard loss. Looking at 3rd and 12 now.
3rd and 12.
So the St. Bernard has figured out that Walmsley's running with it.
So let's see if we don't try a little something different, or if we just say they won't think we'll do it again.
Right.
So here we go.
One of those middle screens that they were running 3 weeks ago that was so good.
Yeah. I'd like to see one of those if he's got time.
Yeah.
Well, they let that guy through. There it is. That's the play. We called it. Joseph Aline on the reception.
Number 10.
Gained about 6 yards, 7 yards.
Number 10, Edric Bennett, was in on the tackle. If he would have had a little more time, he had a man in his face, made it a little more difficult to get that pass off, but it was there.
Ball be placed on the 33-yard line. It'll be 4th and 8 for the Bulldogs.
Well, the official signaled he was taking a timeout. Not sure.
I think maybe one of the players might
Had-
have some blood
Or,
covered up.
yep, or perhaps an equipment issue.
Yeah.
He's headed to the sideline.
Yeah.
I think it's the blood issue.
And it was 42 Derek Payne, their leading tackler, so hopefully they can.
They were going to try it going the other way, and it didn't. It just didn't work out.
Pass intended for number 1, Joseph Boline, is incomplete. The Saints will take over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30.
When they let the line in, they were so tall that he had to throw it, lob it, and he got a little bit over Joseph's head.
Yeah. Those plays work a lot better when they catch it in stride.
Yep.
You're absolutely right. Their offensive line has got some height to it, D-line.
Well, the Bulldogs are able to drive it about halfway down the field, a little over halfway down the field, and had to give it up on downs. St. Bernard's actually lined up a wide receiver this time, but they gave it to their main man, Dwight Drayton, and he is ahead for, I'm going to say, yep, 1st down.
23 Jordan McPherson was in there on the tackle.
Number 9, Dwight Drayton on the carry. It'll be a 10-yard gain. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Saints.
Yeah, most of their runs are just misdirection, and they kind of keep it between the tackles.
Yeah, the only time they've tried to come around wide is with the quarterback, and I think that was a busted play.
Right.
Jordan McPherson on time for the Bulldogs. Ball is carried by number 9, Dwight Drayton.
I was waiting on Coach to tell me who carried the ball. I thought Bennett had it that time, but Coach says Drayton again. Another 1st down.
McPherson again in on the tackle. Yeah, I wasn't sure which of the two had it either.
All right, we have a timeout on the field. Can we take a timeout? Let's take a timeout. All right, we're back from that timeout. And it's 1st down at the Bulldog 44-yard line. St. Bernard's with their 2-man backfield. Drayton again. And he gets about 5 or 6 yards. His typical run, maybe not quite as many yards as he's been getting, but everybody comes to the left. He goes to the right.
Yes. 52 Ryan Leary was in on the tackle there.
It'll be 2nd down and 6 from the 39.
First quarter quickly coming to a close. We haven't had too many penalties. We've been mostly a ground game, so we're cranking the clock pretty hard. So Drayton again. He's on the loose, and I think he's finally pushed out of bounds about the 21-yard line.
Nick Johnson, number 20, was over there to run him out of bounds. And that was one of the few times where they did go outside the tackle and had some success there.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 22.
Well, some of us decided to get an understanding of how this is operating.
Yes.
And so we threw him for a nice loss, about 5-yard loss.
Yeah, Davis Brown and Joseph Feline in there on the tackle. And that's what's going to disrupt this St. Bernard offense is that penetration through the line there.
And there's the end of quarter number 1. That's the end of the first quarter. It is still 7-0, but I'll have to tell you the St. Bernards are pressing. They've got their mind set on trying to get the score in this time.
That they do.
It's senior night here at Bulldog Stadium at halftime. They're going to recognize all the graduating football seniors, cheerleader seniors, and band seniors. And I suspect we'll leave our microphone open so that those watching can hear that. I think it'll be plenty loud enough for them to be able to hear it through our microphone. It's always good to give a salute to the seniors. They stuck with it and
yes,
hung in there, and it's no secret that we have struggled so hard these last 6 games with injuries and close losses and not so close losses, and the seniors have just hung in there. Well, Drayton again.
And 23 Jordan McPherson got in there, didn't get him tackled, got him misdirected and tripped him up a little bit. Got him for a loss.
Well, the band is playing our engineer Lauren's theme song tonight, Crazy Train. There's a fumble. There is a fumble. I think the Bulldogs have it. So the St. Bernard's drive is brought to a halt by a fumble.
Recovered by Joseph Aline for the Bulldogs.
And I think he recovered that by sitting on it.
Yes.
He was trying to hatch it. So here we go. Bulldogs with the ball with 11:06 remaining till halftime. I was going to say that was Noel Gussler with the ball, and I thought no, and then I had to look again, and it was Noel Gussler with his first run of the night.
Number 26, Noel Gussler on the carry for the Bulldogs. That'll
And
be a 9-yard
number
gain.
42, Derek Payne again in there
Ball be
on the
placed
tackle.
37-yard line will be 2nd and 1 for the Bulldogs.
Well, it's good the Bulldogs were able to pick up some yards doing something other than Walmsley up the middle.
Yes.
That'll make Walmsley up the middle an option here in another play or two if we need to go that way. There's another high snap. Walmsley's going to have to try to get out of there, but he can't get out of the way of, isn't that?
Derek Payne again,
There we
42. He had him on a blitz.
Number 42, Derek Payne on the tackle for the Saints. Ball is carried by number 6.
We're going to have to say we lost a yard on that,
It'll be a 3-yard loss.
or more than a yard.
Yes.
For the Bulldogs.
I thought we were 2nd and 1, and now we're 3rd and 3. So we'll compromise with Coach Hayes. Say it's a 2-yard loss.
We can live with that.
All right, so here we go. Well, we jumped the gun there, and that's going to be on us. So 5 yards back. I'm not sure we can. Well, we're still within the chain. So 3rd and 8. Yep, 30-yard line. We just jumped up too soon there. Walmsley completes his pass out to Nick Johnson, but Nick is hammered right away.
By number 9, Dwight Drayton.
So Dwight's over on the other side of the ball, but still looking for the ball.
Yes.
Brings up 4th down.
There'll be no gain on the play, where it'll be 4th and 5 for the Bulldogs.
And you and I know what's going to happen. We'll see if the St. Bernards know what's going to happen here. And that's taking a nice Bulldog bounce. Devin might have given up on it a yard or two too soon before he downed it, but
good quick kick.
It's going to work out as a good kick for us. St. Bernard's had no one back to receive.
They had the kickoffs down. I don't know why they didn't quite have the punts down. Not have someone back there.
Yeah. They might not have studied that little piece of film as much as they studied that kickoff. All right. St. Bernard's back on offense. He kind of used Drayton as a decoy there and sent Edric Bennett up the middle. Edric Bennett held on.
He was tackled by Davis Brown.
Number 54, Davis Brown on tackle for the Bulldogs.
Probably 4-yard gain, I'd say.
Number 10, Edric Bennett. It'll be a 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Saints.
Well, it didn't quit. Finally heard the whistle, but it didn't quit till after he had wiggled his way for a 1st down.
Yes.
Little tangle up there in the pile, but everybody gets up with handshakes, helping each other up. So it's just part of the game.
Yes, and Dylan Rocca and Nick Johnson, the two of them were in there amongst others on the tackle. Yeah, he just kept his legs moving.
Kept them moving and picked up an extra 2 or 3 yards, just enough for the 1st down. He doesn't like to go down.
He does not.
Because he picked up another extra yard on that after 2 or 3 people had a hold of him.
He had 23, Jordan McPherson, and some other Bulldogs in there on the tackle.
Officials are taking a timeout. We're going to take a timeout. We're back. 6:05 remaining till halftime. St. Bernard's on offense, 2nd down and 8. Dwight Drayton basically showing all of us how it's done.
Yes. Joseph Aline finally got him down.
Comes off to the right, but not for long. As soon as he sees pressure, he just stepped hard to the left, and then he was gone for about 10 yards, 8 or 10 yards. Another 1st down.
Cuts on a dime. Doesn't lose much speed when
he doesn't.
Changing directions.
Their offense, it's like the wishbone with no quarterback.
Right.
They're just direct snap to what would be the fullback in the wishbone, but I mean they're running the different options, right, left, and up the middle.
Davis Brown in there on the tackle on Edric Bennett.
Quarterback Fox runs to the sideline and checks something with his coach. He must not have known whether to send Drayton right or Drayton left,
right.
or Drayton up the middle. So he had to go get the word on that.
The official approval. Doesn't really matter which way he starts out because he always seems to go the other direction.
He's going to go the other way before it's over with. All right, they did decide to try something a little different. Fox keeps it, shows that he's going to give it to Drayton, then shows he's going to give it to Bennett, and then keeps it around the left side. He makes a gain of probably 8 yards, picks up the lost yardage.
Devin Simmons was in there on the tackle, number 7 for the Bulldogs. Yeah, that definitely had us fooled.
Something didn't look right, though, when they only had one running back in the backfield.
Right.
But I didn't know that was what was going to happen. But we'll be on the lookout for it. Well, they loaded up to the right and they ran to the right, but I do not think he didn't make the 1st down.
No, he didn't.
So he's 3.5 yards short.
Joseph Aline was in there on the tackle on Mr. Drayton again. So 4th and 3.
34-yard line.
Fox went over to the sideline again for the call.
All right, so we'll see how they line up. It's their regular alignment. It's hard to hold Drayton for less than 4 or 5 yards, but they may have held him. Let's see where
it looks that way.
Where they put his. If this linesman on our side is putting the foot down on it, I think it's going to be short.
And it is. 52. Ryan Leary was in there on the stop. And it's Bulldog football.
And the line crew has already turned the chains around, and the Saints have exchanged a few players. They're a lot like us. They don't change a lot of players when the ball changes over.
You're right. 1 or 2 guys, that's about it.
Well, Dylan Rocca takes the handoff and met in the backfield.
Derek Payne, again, number 42, was in there.
So that's a 4-yard loss.
The Bulldogs could manage to get a hat on 42 every play. They'd be having some better plays. But right now, he's disrupting this offense.
All right, there's our little screen. That's what we've been looking for. Joseph Aline on the loose. He is on the loose. Only one man can catch him. It's Drayton. And Drayton has a hold of his arm and brings him down.
That's, like you said, that screen we've been waiting for, and nice opening, and we got some laundry on the field.
We're going to see what this penalty flag's all about at the 47-yard line. And everybody is walking back. So we're going to see, I have a feeling, holding. If I was going to guess ahead of the signal.
But with the penalty, they'll have a first down.
Holding.
So not the big gain that we thought we had.
Nope, we thought we were down there getting ready to put another score on the board.
We got first down.
Well, Devin Simmons could not get the handle on that. I believe it was in the field of play.
Yeah. They're trying to get out to the sideline there, catch a pass, stop the clock.
Whoa. Christian Stone finally gets the handle on that.
He was met by 51 David Lee there in the backfield. That pitch almost found the ground.
It'll be a 1-yard gain for the Bulldogs, where it'll be 3rd down and 10 from the 42.
Walmsley looks but sees no one, decides to tuck it in, gets back to almost the original line of scrimmage.
He was gang tackled, number 62 Samuel Mixon, and 42 our friend Derek Payne in there on the tackle.
And I think unless they call a timeout,
that will be it.
We'll run this one down to halftime, and I don't think we'll even have to step up to the line. So we're going to leave our microphone open here at halftime, give you an opportunity to enjoy the halftime festivities. It is senior night, and that is halftime. So Bulldogs 7, St. Bernard 0, and I think I'm safe to say it's a dogfight tonight, Mr. Horton. We'll be back after halftime.
Before the clock ran out, we had a timeout by the Bulldogs. There'll be 2 seconds left in your first half.
Oh, wait. I thought it was here.
I was wrong. I've been wrong before.
They snuck a timeout in there on
Timeout.
us.
They called timeout before the clock ran out. So there's 2 seconds left. We are going to have to snap the ball. And, you know, I was halfway to the concession stand. But I made it back for this last 2 seconds. I can't see anything going on here except for a safety, safe play by the Bulldogs. We're going to take the snap and take a knee, and that's going to be it. I was wrong again. We're just going to throw it up there and see what happens. And that may not have been a bad idea.
Yeah.
You can't call a timeout while the ball's in the air.
That's right. Couldn't hurt.
So there's the end of the first half. We'll be back after halftime.
Please make sure they are quiet right now. Now introducing your cheerleaders. 10th grader, Kaylee Hayes. 11th grader, Abby Brewer. 11th grader, Tafoya Sales Robinson. 11th grader, Taylor Parr. 12th grader, Heather Ward. 12th grade, Kaylee DeLeon. 12th grade, Phoenix Jones Robinson. And 12th grade, Izzy Bonner. Your cheerleaders are coached by Miss Cindy Brown.
That tripod sucks. It's like I try to move it, it's like, and then when I think I have a good shot, I let go. I know I
Let's hear it for your 2012 Mount Dora Bible cheerleaders.
Yeah, it's climax of the song, and it's like, and
That makes sense. They're tough to the line. Thanks. Mike's right.
like I'm wearing these socks have like, I guess you got
I don't. Maybe try it on the table. Maybe it'll. Whereas it could be because it's full. And the ink is just not flowing.
Hey. James.
I have a pen in my car in my backpack. I don't care.
I want hot chocolate.
I still leave down there?
Yeah, I heard you say it, so like.
That works too. I almost got some at McDonald's.
So, what you do?
I don't know why I'm so I like it. I'm like, wow.
It's probably.
The senior night activities will start momentarily. Please stand by.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to senior night. Our first senior is Mr. Kevin Gregalunas. He is escorted by his dad and stepmom, Steve and Jody Gregalunas, and his mom, Tiffany Reed. This is Kevin's first year at MDB and his first as a member of the varsity football team. When asked who at MDB has influenced his life, Kevin writes, "All of the football coaches have been influential to me because they are very supportive and also fun to be around." Kevin's parents write, "We are honored you chose to share your senior year with us here in Florida. We know how hard it was to leave your friends, but at the same time, it shows absolute courage and strength to realize you can never go back to make a brand new start, but you can start from now to make a brand new ending. We love you so much, Kevin. We believe in you, and we trust that God has an amazing plan for you. With our love, Dad, Jody, and Grant, class of 2027. After graduation, Kevin plans to go to college and pursue a degree in education and minor in coaching. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kevin Gregalunas. Our next senior player is Mr. Christian Stone, escorted by his mother, Mary Stone, and his father, Roger Stone. Christian has attended MDB for 4 years and been a member of the varsity football team for 2 years. He also participates in track and field. When asked who at MDB has been influential in his life, Christian writes, "The whole MDB staff has influenced my life, but special thanks to all of the football coaches, Coach Mike Hill and the Van Dingsties. You guys have influenced me more than anyone could imagine. You've brought out the potential that I should have been showing all of my high school years. You've all shown me the right path, and now it's time for me to follow it. I appreciate that you guys truly care about how my life goes in the future." Christian's mom writes, "Mom, Dad, and little brother are so proud of you. We continue to be amazed at the fine young man you are becoming. Let God be your guide, and he will bless you all the days of your life. We love you and adore you, son." The Hagans write, "We have enjoyed watching you grow into a fine young man over the last 2 years. We are so proud of the progress you have made academically, which shows you can work through life's obstacles. You have improved all the way around. Don't doubt yourself. Believe in who you are. We love you, Mr. Chris and Ms. Tanya." After graduation, Christian hopes to play football. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Christian Stone. Our next senior is Mr. Chandler Larson, escorted by his mother, Jacqueline Larson. Chandler has attended MDB for 4 years and has been a member of the varsity football team for 3 years. Chandler has been a member of our track and field team for 2 years and is a founding member of the Way Service Club and is a member of Senior Beta and the International Thespian Society. When asked about which MDB representative has been influential in his life, Chandler says the following: "My coaches have influenced me by teaching me life's lessons. Also, Coach Hayes has influenced me for being an excellent example of strength and leadership." Chandler's mom writes, "I'm so excited to see where you take your talents and follow you as you achieve your goals, Chandler. You haven't taken the easy road, but you've always kept driving. I love you and I'm so proud of your accomplishments. Remember this verse, Proverbs 16:3, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established." After graduation, Chandler plans to attend college and study pre-med. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chandler Larson. Our next senior player is Mr. Han Rul Kim, escorted by his house parents, Chris and Tanya Hagan. He has attended MDB for 5 years, and this was his first season as a varsity football player. Grant also participates in Mu Alpha Theta, Best Buddies, Senior Beta, Science National Honor Society, and the Way Service Club. When asked who at MDB has been influential in his life, Han Rule names Ms. Raylan Means and writes this: "Mama Means, you know you will be a little surprised that I'm talking about you, but you have really been an influence in my life by showing your kindness every single day despite my behavior. You have always been an awesome example by smiling and being so kind, and this really helped when I was depressed. I've always been thankful, but I don't often tell you this. So thank you for always being kind to me and everyone at CHBS." Han Rule's mother writes, "My son, we've been apart and far away from each other ever since you went to Mount Dora, Florida in 8th grade to study abroad. Since then, I've always missed you, and it was hard to see you going through hard times, homesick, living with foreign people in a foreign culture, and knowing that I couldn't be there for you. But I'm so proud of how you overcame those struggles and became social and mature. I hope you became happy as your life begins, and that you know I always will be by your side. I love you, my son." When asked about his post-graduation plans, Han Rule simply writes, "To be happy." Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Han Rule Kim. Our next senior player is Mr. Dustin Walmsley, escorted by his mom, Zeta Brown. This is Dustin's first year at MDB and his first year on the varsity football team. When asked who at MDB has been influential in his life, Dustin writes, "While all of my coaches have been a great influence, Coach Cardosa has had the greatest impact on me as a whole. Before I knew him as coach, I knew him just as Dennis when he was my summer camp counselor, and we were able to connect man to man. He helped me with struggles I was going through without casting any judgment my way. As this football season has progressed, he and all of my coaches have taught me what I need to know to progress as an athlete and as a man of God. I thank them for that." Dustin's mom writes, "You are a young man after God's own heart. From the time you were born, you've always been balanced and centered and a blessing to everyone you came in contact with, especially your mom. You never ask for anything and are always willing to lend a hand. A mom could not be more proud. You have your own mind, and from what I have observed, you are not one to be swayed. Maybe that is just you being a bit stubborn. The world is not ready for a young man as you, but to be sure you are ready to make your mark. Always hold God's joy in your heart and never lose sight of what His presence in your world is all about. No matter what is put in front of you, trust that He will help you find your way." Staff writes, "To my little brother, words can't say the inspiration I feel from having such an amazing brother. There's something to be said about a young man who carries such a positive message with him everywhere he goes and to everyone he meets. I love you, brother, and know you will succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Stay true to yourself and follow your dreams. I love you, sis." Alan writes, "You, my little brother, are a child of the Most High God, and you, my little brother, will stand and be firm in the ways of the Lord. They will see hope in your eyes. They will look to you as you look to Abba our Father, and victory will be delivered to your feet. My little brother, you will have victory. In this life and the next, live the Spirit, little brother." Dustin's dad writes, "When you were born, I knew you were a very special boy. When you were only 3, we saw a plane land onto a lake, and you said, 'Look at that boat plane.' Incredible how you put that thought together. You have a gentle soul, and I think in these troubling times, you are meant to bless this world in some special way. I've never seen you lose your temper or get angry, but you manage to stay cool when most wouldn't. I wish I could be more like you, the truth." After graduation, Dustin plans to attend Harding University to study physical therapy and athletic training. and play strong safety on their football team. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dustin Walmsley. Our next senior player is Dylan Rocca, escorted by his parents, Stephen and Dana Rocca. Dylan has attended MDB for 13 years. He's been a member of the varsity football team for 4 years and was a member of our junior high team for 3 years, where he received the Outstanding Offensive Player Award. This year, Dylan will be one of 4 players to be inducted for the first time in school history into the prestigious 7-year club for football. Dylan has also participated in our basketball program for 7 years and in track and field for 3 years. He is also a member of Senior Beta, Mu Alpha Theta, Pep Rally Committee, Science National Honor Society, the Way Service Club, and Quill and Scroll Honor Society. Dylan has also been selected as an usher for homecoming in January. When asked which MDB representatives have influenced his life, Dylan names Coach Stephen Hayes and Coach Lonnie Johnson. Dylan writes, Coach Hayes always exhibited strong Christian values, and he motivates me to grow in my faith every day. I know that I ever needed anything, Coach Hayes would be there for me. Coach Johnson is someone who is always willing to sit down and talk about whatever is going on in my life. I honestly don't think I would have stuck with football if Coach Johnson hadn't had so much faith in me and my abilities the day I started playing. Dylan's mom writes, I can't believe that you will be graduating in 6 months. It seems like just yesterday that I was walking you to Mrs. Poyette's kindergarten class. You have been blessed to spend all of your school years here at CHBS, developing lifetime friendships and surrounded by Christian love. You set high examples for yourself and work hard toward your goals. Always remember how much I love you, and I'm praying that all of your dreams come true. Love, Mom. Dylan's dad writes, I am so proud of you as a student, an athlete, and most importantly, as a Christian. It's hard to believe that you are a senior, and there is no doubt that you will be successful in everything you attempt in your life. Work hard, have fun, and never forget that all you have is because of the grace of God, and live your life as He would expect you to. Love, Dad. After graduation, Dylan plans to attend college and major in physical therapy. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dylan Rocca. Our next senior player is Mr. Joseph Aline, escorted by his mom, Lynette Holliday. Joseph has attended MDB for 14 years. This is Joseph's 4th year on the varsity team, where he currently serves as a captain. He was on the junior high team for 3 years. He received the Special Teams Player of the Year award in 2008 and the Defensive Player of the Year award in 2011. He will be one of 4 players inducted for the first time at MDB into the prestigious 7-year club for football. Joseph has also participated in our basketball program for 4 years and on our track and field team for 7 years. He is the treasurer of SGA, president of the Pep Rally Committee, and is a co-founder and vice president of the Way Service Club. He is a member of the Quill and Scroll Honor Society and was a Powder Puff cheerleader captain. Joseph has also been selected as a senior representative on the January 2013 homecoming court. When asked which MDB representatives have been influential in his life, Joseph names Coach Lonnie Johnson and Coach Stephen Cochran. To Coach Cochran, Joseph writes, you have been a great coach and mentor. Your passion for the game is undeniable, and your concern for us is always evident. You have shown us how to walk like Christ, and our Wednesday night football church was a great idea to keep us focused on God. Thank you for choosing me as a captain my senior year. Your faith in me means so much because you are someone I deeply respect. Thanks for everything. P.S. Thanks for the 45-minute hug. To Coach Johnson, Joseph writes, when you picked me up in 5th grade, I bet you never thought this day would come near as fast as it did. But the reality has set in, and it's senior night 2012. I'm going to miss all of your intellectually challenging quotes like, you must have seen what you saw before you can see it. I've had the privilege to go on 3 mission trips with you, and the impact they've had on me will last forever. I'm going to miss Davis's notepad of your quotes we made on the way to Miami. You've influenced every aspect of my life, and you will be greatly missed. P.S. You forgot the gas cap on top of Dave's car. Joseph Mom writes, your megawatt smile that on its own lit up the Bulldogs' pre-lit football field will be missed, along with your willing attitude after your playing days here are over. Never lose that fire in your gut. All 55 games played as a CHBS Bulldog were character builders. High school students who want to go on to play college athletics often have to conquer the triple A's. Athletics, academics, and adversity, you have. As a student athlete, I pray for God to reward you by blessing you with a college scholarship to advance your studies and athletic career. You'll get your opportunity, and I know you'll make the most of it and make your coach proud that he selected you. I've always told that you are no less than the next guy, and with dedication and preparation, you just might be better than he is. Go out tonight and play your most complete game. Continue to have God order your steps in your sports in this world and the next. To God be all the glory, Mom. After graduation, Joseph plans to attend college at either Lipscomb University, Harding University, FAU, or Lee University. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joseph Aline. Our last senior football player is Mr. Davis Brown, escorted by his parents, Rick and Cindy Brown. Davis has attended MDB since he was 2 years old. He has been a member of the varsity football team for 4 years and was on the junior high team for 3 years. He received the Most Improved Player award on both junior high and varsity. He is team captain and will be one of 4 players to be inducted for the first time into the prestigious 7-year club for football. Davis is also a member of the varsity basketball team and the track and field team. He serves as president of the student body, co-president and founder of the Way Service Club, vice president of the pep rally committee, and is an editor of our yearbook. He was a Powder Puff cheerleader and is a member of Mu Alpha Theta, Senior Beta, Science National Honor Society, Best Buddies, and Quill and Scroll Honor Society. He has also been selected as a senior representative on the January 2013 homecoming court. Before recognizing people individually, Davis says, I'd like to extend a special thanks to the entire MDB family for the incredible amount of support and encouragement that has been shown to me and my family over the last several months. He lists Coach Stephen Cochran as being influential in his life, saying, I believe God put Coach Cochran in my life just when I needed him. He has been incredibly compassionate, supportive, and encouraging to me, both personally and as a coach. I admire the way he demonstrates his love for God, his wife, and his children, and his players. As a sponsor of the Way, I will never forget the prayer he led earlier this year in the presence of a family in dire need. He is a shining Christian role model, and it's been an honor to play for him. Davis says coaches William Gussler and John Grant have also been influential in his life, saying, these two men have always gone the extra mile for me, and it extends beyond the realm of football. I will never forget the words of wisdom they gave me last summer and the support they've shown me for me and my family. They've always shown their players that they truly care for us. There are very few people in my life who make me laugh like Coach Gussler. Thank you both for everything. To Coach Lonnie Johnson, Davis writes, Coach, you have made a huge impact on my life. As my coach, youth minister, and most of all my friend, you have helped shape me into the young man I strive to be. You exemplify the qualities I've found most desirable and hope to refine in my life: faith, hope, optimism in every situation, joy, having good, clean fun, love for others, and a passion for serving. As your 9-year-old football manager, I viewed you as larger than life. Our relationship developed from that point until now into one of the most valued friendships with a lifetime of memories. We can truly talk about anything. I count you as one of my greatest blessings. To Mama C, Mrs. Grant, Raylan Means, and Beth Leary, Davis says, thank you all for going so far out of your way to create a genuine football family. And finally, to Mrs. Kathy Van Dixie and Mrs. Jeannie Reed, Davis says, thank you both for being the greatest cheerleaders and for loving this school and its students. Davis's parents write, it's been 9 years since you first stood on these sidelines as a 4th grade manager for Coach Johnson, wearing a jersey with your older brother's number on it. From every moment since then, you've been an integral part of the MDB football. It's hard to believe your last game is here. Ever since you were born, you've had such a sweet spirit. From your interaction with the elderly to your complete adoration of Lily, your sweetness shines. You've made us proud in everything: athletics, maintaining a 4.2 GPA while balancing 3 sports, and most especially with your faith. When we think of you, the word inspiring comes to mind. The way you've handled your dad's battle with stage 4 cancer has inspired many, especially your family. You've inspired your peers with your tremendous compassion for serving the Lord and those in need through your implementation of and leadership in the Way. You've inspired our football coaches and teams with your determination and perseverance to play through pain to the point of throwing up on the sidelines. Keep inspiring. Keep trusting the Lord with all your heart. It's sad that our family's football chapter is coming to a close tonight. There's never been a football game in MDB history without one of our sons on the field. We've loved every minute. We love our 5-4 mom and dad. In the fall, Davis plans to attend a four-year university. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Davis Brown. We have a letter here from Coach Lonnie Johnson written to Dylan Rocca, Austin Warren, Joseph Aline, and Davis Brown. It says, "Congratulations, young men. What an awesome journey you've been on since the spring of 2005. I challenged you then to be a part of a vision to build something from which could impact this school and your lives forever. Now you stand before a crowd of fans, family, and friends who may not be aware that you literally dug up the boulders out of the practice field and used them to lay the foundation for MDB football. Dylan, Joseph, Austin, and Davis, thank you so much for buying into the idea that you must have seen what you saw before you can see it. My prayer is that you all continue to do great things with this philosophy. Go Dogs, Coach Johnson." Coach Cochran writes, "To the class of 2013, it has been an honor and a pleasure to coach you this year. Each of you had a positive impact on my life and been a blessing to me. I hope that I've been able to do the same for you. It has always been a privilege to be a part of MDB history, coaching the first inductees for football into the 7-year club. I pray that each of you will continue to grow in your Christian walk, developing a strong faith, living by the fruits of the Spirit. Whether you are experiencing great success in a time of terrible struggle, I hope you will be able to demonstrate love, joy, peace, patience, goodness, kindness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control to those around you. I love each of you and pray that God will bless you throughout your life. Love, Coach Cochran." We are now going to dismiss our football players and their parents so that the players can return with their teammates for the remainder of the halftime. Let's hear it for our senior football players. And now our senior cheerleaders. Our first cheerleader is Miss Rachel Maley, escorted by her parents, Peter and Myrna Maley. Rachel has attended MDB for 7 years. This is Rachel's first year as a varsity cheerleader, and she cheered for junior high for 3 years. She has also participated in track and field for 3 years and cross country for 2. Rachel is Vice President of SGA, historian for both Best Buddies and the Spanish Honor Society, and a public relations officer for the Way Service Club. She is also a member of the Pep Rally Committee, Mu Alpha Theta, Art National Honor Society, Student Ambassadors, and has been selected as a senior representative on the January 2013 homecoming court. When asked which MDB representatives have been influential in her life, Rachel writes the following to Mrs. Judy Langgood. "You have been the best teacher to me. I have learned so much from you. You have broadened my horizons in the art world and given me some of the best advice on my life. I am grateful for your listening ear and your knowledge. Thank you so much." Rachel's parents write, "Our dear Pumpkin, as you travel through life reaching out for all the adventures you've dreamed of, braving the storms of life, of love and sadly heartache, always remember that each scar your heart takes, each tear your soul sheds, and each lonely moment spent searching for answers is what leads you to the person you will become. Strength, truth, and courage are values you should cherish. Keep your head high, your shoulders straight, be honest, be just, and once life has honed you into the adult you will become, then the greatest adventures will find you. Your life is before you. Make of it what you will. Love you always, Mom, Dad, Becca, Ryan, Sam, and Yogi." After graduation, Rachel plans to attend a Florida public university and major in pre-med. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Rachel Malley. Our next cheerleader is Miss Kaylee DeLeon, escorted by her parents, Fernando and Jennifer DeLeon. Kaylee has attended MDB for 8 years. She has been a varsity cheerleader for 4 years and was on junior high for 3 years. She served as captain of the squad and will be inducted into the 7-year club for cheerleading at the end of basketball season. Kaylee also holds a school record by being selected by the Universal Cheerleading Association as an All-American for 3 years in a row. Kaylee has also participated in track and field for 2 years. She also participated in SGA, Best Buddies, Senior Beta, Mu Alpha Theta, Science National Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society, Quill and Scroll Honor Society, the Way Service Club, and the Pep Rally Committee. Kaylee has also been selected as a senior representative for the January 2013 homecoming court. When asked who at MDB has been influential in her life, Kaylee names 2 people, Mrs. Laura Barker and Coach Cindy Brown. Kaylee writes, "Coach Brown and Mrs. Barker have both been supportive to me and have encouraged me to do the best I can." Kaylee's parents write, "As we look back on our journey as your parents, it has been quite an adventure. We have enjoyed watching you cheer for the past 7 years and are not sure what we will do on Friday nights now. We look forward to seeing you off to college and seeing what God has in store for you. Always put him first and let him lead the way for you. We love you very much, Mom, Dad, and Amelia. After graduation, Kaylee plans to attend college to pursue a degree in pediatric nursing. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kaylee DeLeon. Our next senior cheerleader is Miss Phoenix Jones Robinson, escorted by her parents, Richard and Terry Coward. Phoenix has attended MDB for 2 years and been a varsity cheerleader both of those years. Phoenix also participates in Best Buddies, the Way Service Club, and the National Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society. She has also been selected as a homecoming MC. When asked which MDB representative is most influential in her life, Phoenix says, "My coach, Mrs. Cindy Brown, has influenced me by encouraging me to work my hardest and by helping me reach my full potential. Through her tough love, I've developed a thick skin that I can hope to carry throughout my life. I have witnessed her push on through difficult times, and I find that extremely admirable. Mrs. Brown, thank you for being an amazing, sweet person and an amazing coach." Phoenix's parents write to her, "Sweet, funny, smart, beautiful, kind Phoenix. You are becoming a lovely young woman, and we are so very proud that you belong to us. You have been blessed with everything you need to succeed. Continue to work hard, believe in yourself, and live to please God. We look forward to seeing your face on the screen as a journalist or your name in the credits as a director, editor, or writer. We love you very much." After graduation, Phoenix plans to study broadcast journalism at FSU, UNF, USF, or UCF. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Phoenix Jones Robinson. Our next senior cheerleader is Miss Isabella Bonner, escorted by her mother, Linda Trocino, and her uncle Mark. Isabella has attended MDB for 4 years, and this is her first year as a varsity cheerleader. She has also participated in volleyball for 4 years. She is a member of Best Buddies, the Way Service Club, and the National Arts Honor Society. When asked which MDB representative has been influential in her life, Isabella names her coach, Mrs. Cindy Brown, saying, "Mrs. Brown, you have had an amazing impact on me. You've shown me that even when some things in your life aren't going well, that you should always put a smile on your face and show the world that nothing can bring you down." Isabella's mom writes, "Isabella, you have beautiful, sparkling eyes that are a window to your soul. You have a smile that sparkles, a loving heart to all, and deep love for your family. Your faith in God is undeniable. You also have such a special connection to children. Hold on to your dreams, Isabella. Reach for the stars. We are so proud of you. God bless you always. We love you so very much. Mom, Joseph, Gianna, Noni, Mark, and Chris." After graduation, Isabella plans to attend Lake Sumter Community College for 2 years, then transfer to the University of Florida to pursue a degree in veterinary medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Isabella Bonner. Our next senior is Miss Heather Ward, escorted by her mom and stepdad, Robin and Lynn Hallman, and her dad, Danny Ward. Heather has attended MDB for 8 years. She has been a varsity cheerleader for 4 years, where she currently serves as captain, and was on junior high for 3 years. She has received the most dedicated award and is Universal Cheerleading Association's All-American Cheerleader, the highest honor in high school cheerleading. At the end of the basketball season, she will be inducted into the 7-year club for cheerleading. Heather has also participated in track and field for 3 years. She is senior class president and is secretary of the Way Service Club. Heather is also a member of Best Buddies, Senior Beta, Mu Alpha Theta, Spanish National Honor Society, Quill and Scroll Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, the Pep Rally Committee, and Yearbook. When asked which MDB representative has been influential in her life, Heather names Coach Cindy Brown and Ms. Raylan Means, saying, "Both of these amazing women have helped me through the best and worst of times in my life. The way they live their lives is truly an inspiration, and I can only hope to become as strong and caring as them one day. I know that they will always be there for me, and I love them both very much. Thank you both for being such awesome role models and for helping me grow, not only into a better person, but also as a better Christian." Heather's mom and Lynn write, "Where has the time gone? Our baby is growing up way too quickly. It's almost time for you to embark on an amazing journey called life, and we are certain that you will do phenomenal things. We are so proud of you and all your accomplishments. You have a remarkable heart that you hold close, and those those that have been touched by you are blessed. The last 5 years have been challenging personally, and your support for your family has never gone unnoticed or unappreciated. We are forever grateful for the gift of Heather and couldn't imagine what life would have been like without your smile and laughter. Your faith and trust in God is inspirational, and we pray that you continue to walk the path He has created for you no matter where it takes you. We love you and cannot wait to share this next chapter in your life with you, Mom and Lynn. Heather's dad writes, when you were born, you depended on the loving care of your family for life. As you grew, you became a strong and independent young lady. Through your kindness, you've touched so many lives. With great effort, dedication, and hard work, you have conquered every challenge you've encountered. I am extremely proud to have you as a daughter. I love you, Dad. After graduation, Heather plans to attend a 4-year university in Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Heather Ward. Coach Cindy Brown writes, every single one of you have made me proud. You have accepted numerous challenges and conquered them all. Heather and Kaylee, you are amazing captains and were strong shoulders for me through difficult times. Phoenix, I know without a doubt I will see you one day on TV. Rachel, you are so creative and driven, it amazes me. Isabella, you are a tremendous addition to this squad, and I can't wait to see what the rest of your senior year has in store for you. Always remember to keep God first, and everything else will fall into place. Love you. Ladies and gentlemen, our senior cheerleaders. And next we introduce our senior band members. Our first senior band member is Mr. Billy McKinney, escorted by his parents, Bill and Rose McKinney. Billy has attended MDB for 9 years. He has been a member of the band for 7 years and has participated on the bowling team for 2 years. He is also a member of the International Thespian Society. When asked which MDB representatives has been influential in his life, Billy names Mr. Doug Yop, saying, Mr. Yop, you have helped me get through the bad times. I will never forget all of your cheesy jokes and the good times on all the band trips and at the football games. You have helped me become the young man I am today, and I thank you for that. Billy's parents write, we are so proud of the young man you have become. We love your giving and caring spirit. In the past few years, you have worked very hard to become an Eagle Scout and a leader in the band. We know you will decide on your future when you are ready. Whatever path you decide to take, your family will always be there for you. We love you so very much, Mom, Dad, Samantha, Christina, Beth, and Aaron. After graduation, Billy will either attend college or join the Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Billy McKinney. Our next band member is Mr. Kevin Carson Barker II, escorted by his parents, Kevin and Laura Barker. He has attended MDB for 14 years. Carson has been a member of the band for 6 years, received the Outstanding Service Award, was an officer for 2 years, was band captain 1 year, and is the drum major student conductor this year. Carson also played varsity football for 1 year and tennis for 4 years. He is a member of Best Buddies, Senior Beta, Pep Rally Committee, Science National Honor Society, Art National Honor Society, International Thespian Society, and was a Powder Puff Cheerleaders and is our Bulldog mascot. When asked which MDB representative has been most influential in his life, Carson names Mr. Doug Yop, saying, Mr. Yop is an amazing man. Not only is he a very talented player and music teacher, he is also a spiritual role model. The first year he came, I joined his band, and it was the greatest decision of my life. He has always supported me, and I will miss having 7th period with him every day. Carson's family writes, as your parents, we are proud of the man you have become. You have our trust because you were responsible keeping a job cleaning our classrooms starting in 2nd grade all the way to caring for elementary students in before school care each morning. Your love of God is shown throughout your life, and each time you use your talents for Him, you make us proud. Jensen says you have been a great example by making good grades and showing others that God is important to you. Uncle Dan and Aunt Debbie say, we are so proud of your accomplishments since you were a 3-year-old in Bible class pretending to be a donkey with a paper Jesus on your back to now, as an actor, we knew you were going to be a leader. Mima says to keep studying 2 Timothy 2:15 and that God has great plans for you. We love you, Mom, Dad, Jensen, Uncle Dan, Aunt Debbie, and Mima. After graduation, Carson plans to attend Freed-Hardeman University and pursue a teaching and missionary degree. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Carson Barker. Our next band member is Miss Emily Galloway, escorted by her parents, Daniel and Susan Galloway. Emily has attended MDB for 12 years. She has been a member of the band for 7 years and received the Most Improved Award 2 times. She has also participated in drama for 7 years. She is the president of the International Thespian Society, vice president of Senior Beta, secretary for SGA, and treasurer of the Science National Honor Society. When asked which MDB representatives have been influential in her life, Emily names Mr. Jason McCreary and Ms. Judy Langgood. She writes, Mr. McCreary, I want to thank you for everything you have done for me over the past several years, from spiritual guidance to helping me out when I have health issues. You are always willing to give the advice that is right, not always what is popular. Thank you for helping me see the importance of faith in my everyday life. She writes to Ms. Langgood, thank you for introducing me to the love of art. You pushed me to keep trying when I wanted to give up. You always have a lesson that applies to life as well as art. You are always willing to listen and advise without judgment. You are a wonderful role model. Emily's parents write, God blessed you with the awesome privilege of being your family. It's no credit of ours that you are such an unselfish, giving, and caring person. You're being refined like gold this year, and we know God will bring you through shining brightly for Him. It's so exciting to watch God's plan for you unfold, to see His leading so clearly that you lean on Him. Thank you for being the best. We love you, Mom, Dad, and Matt. After graduation, Emily plans to attend Freed-Hardeman University and pursue a degree in social work. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Emily Galloway. Our next senior band member is Mr. Vincent Torres, escorted by his father, Victor Torres. Vincent has attended MDB for 4 years and been a member of the band for all 4 of those years. He has been a member of the band, concert band, and participated in MPA competitions for 4 years. He has received induction into the Triumph Music Honor Society and was inducted into the Spanish National Honor Society. Through band, he has played at pep rallies, football games, and performances off campus. When asked which MDB representatives have been influential in his life, Vincent names Mr. Doug Yop and Coach Stephen Hayes. Vincent writes, Mr. Yop, you have taught me the appreciation of music and how it can be a fulfilling part of life. Thank you, Mr. Yop, for all your efforts and dedications to me and to the band. I will always appreciate your influence. Vincent also writes, Coach Hayes, you have been a huge example on how to live a Christian life and have given me great advice about faith and life. Thank you for representing strength and godly love. Vincent's parents write, we are proud to be your parents. Your heart and care for others is a blessing. We admire your love for music and your courage to be a part of the CHBS band. You are our miracle child, and we are blessed to share life with you. With lots of love, Mom and Dad. After graduation, Vincent plans to pursue a career in psychology. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Vincent Torres. Our last senior band member is Mr. Aaron Hadley, escorted by his parents, Carrie and Lori Hadley. Aaron has attended MDB for 11 years. This is his first year as a member of the band where he plays the electric guitar. Aaron has also been a member of the cross-country team for 5 years, track and field for 4 years, and played MDB basketball for 3 years. He is also a member of SGA, the Way Service Club, and was the junior class historian and was a Powder Puff cheerleader. When asked which MDB representative has been most influential in his life, Aaron writes, Lori Hadley, mostly because she's my mom. You have always been supportive of me, my constant stupidity, and my undefeatable stubbornness. I can't say that any of that will ever go away, but I'll always know that you still love me. Thanks, Mom. Aaron's parents write, no one ever believes us when we tell them that you were our biggest baby or that your nickname used to be Chubby. Right from the start, you were determined to forge your own path, do your own thing regardless of what we or others wanted you to do. We have a cabinet full of videos recording of us trying to get you to say words or sing songs while you stare at the camera saying, I don't want to. While we spent many years trying to mold you into the person we thought you should be, God has molded you into the incredible young man we see tonight. It is hard to put into words the peace that you feel knowing that your faith is your faith, because you, being you, couldn't be satisfied just accepting what was told to you. We are proud of your quest for truth and your willingness to search God's Word for the answer to your questions. We are so proud of the young man you have become, and we are proud to stand beside you as you enter this next phase of life. May the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn His face towards you and give you peace. We love you, Mom and Dad. After graduation, Aaron plans to study audio engineering at the Conservatory of Recording Arts and Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Aaron Hadley. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say to all the senior band members, thank you so much for this year. As many of you know, over the summer, I experienced a heart attack and a quadruple bypass surgery. Our seniors in band have been true leaders. I have known them since they were in my 7th grade Bible class. I will truly miss our band seniors. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a hand of applause for all of our seniors tonight.
Chris, am I still on the air? I am? Well, that's nice. Chris, I bet senior Gator night senior night didn't last that long, did it?
It did not. They took care of all that stuff at Gator Growl the night before.
Oh, that okay. Well, now we know more about some of these people than maybe we wanted to know, but
yes.
I didn't take notes, so hopefully there won't be a test later. Well, we're going to be back to football here in just a minute. Second half getting ready to start. The teams have warmed up. The officials have come to the center of the field. We have a half of football to play. There was quite a bit of ball movement between the 20s.
You're absolutely right.
But only one trip into the end zone. That was on the opening kickoff. The Bulldogs ran it back from about the 20-yard line all the way in. Otherwise, it's been a game between the 20s, but both offenses have shown that they can move the ball.
Yes. I don't even know. Did the St. Bernards even attempt to pass?
They attempted one that I think was planned, and I think he was going to throw another one to try to keep from eating the ball. So I think that's it.
Yeah.
Before we get started, I got this shout out I want to read. We love you, Dustin. You're becoming such a man in the past year. Keep it up. Set your sights high. Never give up. You have an amazing future ahead of you. Have a blast. Zeta and the family say that. Dustin's been having especially a good first quarter for the Bulldogs this evening. Well, we actually kicked it up in the air.
Yep, little pooch kick.
Little pooch kick. We touched it. They touched it. We touched it some more.
The Bulldogs have it.
And that's a typical mistake that young players make. The St. Bernard should have gotten so far away from that.
Yes.
Actually, they couldn't get so far away from that.
Well, they almost treated it like it was a punt,
right,
trying to get away from it.
Yeah, trying to get when they should have got onto it.
Exactly.
Yep. So that's the opposite of what I was thinking. They should have got right after it. So here we go. Onside kick, the long version.
Yes.
Just outside the 20-yard line, Bulldog first down. Walmsley at quarterback. He gives it to Rocca. Rocca's trying the left side. He bounces out. He's still up. He bounces out. He's the tackler swung him, and he didn't go down. So Dillon picked up about 7 or 8 yards.
He did, and that tackle was by number 22, Ahmad Bilal.
Ahmad Bilal, number 22. I think that's our first time to call his name tonight. Walmsley's looking to pass. Throws the little screen to Aline. Aline.
Touchdown. He pretty much walked the last 5 yards in there.
He sure did. He sure did. I thought, why are you stopping? but he was walking his way in. So there's another 6 points for the Bulldogs with 10:51 remaining in quarter three. Quarter three just underway. If you're joining us, we had an extended halftime for senior night. And, I showed up for senior night, Billy, because I thought they meant senior citizen night. But unfortunately, I didn't get recognized because it turned out to be senior high school night. Well, that didn't work.
Block the extra point.
So that's going to leave us at 13 points.
The Bulldogs love that screenplay, and when the quarterback has time to get it off, it's a play that works.
It's a play that works. And this week we're throwing it to Aline. 3 weeks ago we were throwing it to Daniel Johnson.
Yes.
And one of the other taller boys. And I cannot remember who it was. I thought I was just going to call the name, and now I'm embarrassed. I think it was Chad Simmons. I think we were throwing it to Chad Simmons last week, 3 weeks ago. I look down there and hate to see that Chandler Larson's not able to be on the field tonight. He's not even dressed out. We miss him, especially on defense. And we kicked it away again. And this time, kicked it out of bounds. So they'll get to opt to take the ball a little farther up the field.
Yeah, so I guess Chandler got hurt last week, from what I was told.
And I did not make that trip.
Kickoff goes out of bounds, so the ball will now be placed on the 35-yard line. Will be 1st and 10 for the Saints. Also, our junior beta bake sale now, everything is 25 cents. Go down by the concessions. The junior beta bake sale is now everything for 25 cents.
I had to go down there to the Junior Beta Bake Sale.
They had some good stuff?
Oh, they had some good. For 25 cents, even the bad stuff is good.
Tackle there by number 1, Joseph Aline.
Maybe that long halftime will cool Dwight off a bit.
Yeah, Drayton and Bennett, see if they...
He only made 2 yards on that run, which is one of his shorter runs of the night. There he goes. Number 9, Dwight Drayton, ahead for about 7 or 8 yards.
52, Ryan Leary in there on the tackle.
It'll be an 8-yard gain. Ball will be placed on the 43-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Saints.
Well, he threaded his way through the typical tackler. I mean, he just went past one, went past another, went past another.
He does not have to change gears once he puts that foot in the ground and goes upfield.
He's headed that way.
And that was Dustin Wamsley.
And he can move side to side, but he gets it back headed in the right direction almost every time. All right, he's going to try their other running back this time. That's number 10, Edric Bennett.
And 6, Dustin Wamsley in on there on the stop yet again.
Number 6, Dustin Wamsley, and number 55, John Grant on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Ball is carried by number 10, Edric Bennett. It'll be a 6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Saints.
There's the option, and faked it to up the middle, faked keeping it, finally optioned out to Bennett. And once they pick up the chain, we'll see where we're at. They're short of the first down.
26 Noel. Gusler ran him out of bounds there. Yeah, so that was a little different look with the
Something different.
option that the Saints ran there. But still keeping it on the ground.
That's going to be close. First down, Saints. They're in Bulldog territory at the 40-yard line.
Chad Simmons in there on the tackle.
Well, Fox opted to keep it and suffered for it.
Davis Brown was right there to meet him in the backfield.
3-yard loss.
It'll be a 3-yard loss. Will be 2nd and 13 for the Saints.
Right now, I'm just worrying about so I can get that. It'd be nice. So much fun being on the other side. We were just sitting and joking around the whole time.
Yep, somebody got their hand on his shoe that time.
Yeah, that was a quick handoff
to Drayton.
And Joseph Aline was in there on the tackle.
Dwight Drayton on the carry. It'll be a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 9 for the Saints.
I got to tell you, Fox, the quarterback's making me tired just watching him run back and forth from the huddle to the sideline.
Just to the sideline, yeah.
A lot of back and forth for that young man.
Drayton right up the gut that time.
Number 6, Dustin Wamsley in there on the stop.
And it is timeout, so we're going to take a timeout. 1 minute. All right, we're back. 5:21 remaining in quarter 3. The Saints have a 4th down. And that's going to be they're going to fall short of the 1st down, and the penalty is going to be against the offense, and I believe the Bulldogs will decline it and take the ball right there at the 35-yard line.
Illegal procedure on the Saints, that'll be declined. Ball be placed on the 35-yard line. 1st down, Bulldog!
So, Bulldogs step up to the ball, and a little bit of confusion. So, Bulldogs going to take a timeout. We'll just keep it here. So, the 2012 season winding down as we watch the clock, 5:01 remaining in this quarter. The game itself has gone rapidly.
Yes.
We've kept it on the ground, especially the Saints have opted to keep it on the ground. The Bulldogs have thrown a few screen passes. Maybe they've attempted maybe 2 of the longer passes.
Right.
Officials call the Bulldogs back on the field. Walmsley lines up with 2 running backs. Gives it to Rocca. Rocca turns it up the field. He's still on his feet. He struggles ahead, and he is across. He's across the 45-yard line, but the ball came loose.
I'm not sure if they're saying if it's a fumble or not.
If it is a fumble, we've retained the possession, and we have a 1st down.
46 Lance Hammock was in there on the tackle, knocked the ball loose. So Dylan wanted to show Dwight Drayton that he's not the only one that doesn't give up. That's right.
And he was 3 yards short of that 1st down when they first put the hands on him, but he was able to spin loose and drive forward for that 1st down. So Bulldog 1st down at their own 46. Christian Stone going to take a run at it. He's trying to get loose. He's still on his feet. He's still on his feet. He's still on his feet. That's all Christian Stone.
That was. What a run.
About a 9-yard gain. Christian has been chomping at the bit to get back in the football game. If you remember back in about week 3, he busted his arm.
Yes.
And we didn't know whether he was going to be released this season or not to play. It's his senior year. He was wanting so bad to get back in the game. And he showed his worth there, as well as kicking the point afters and the field goals. Walmsley, there's our little play. Out to Dylan Rocca. Dylan's loose. Dylan's on the loose. Only one man between him and the goal line.
Number 9, Dwight Drayton.
That's the second time we've seen Dwight Drayton
get down there.
Down there and save a potential touchdown.
We've got some laundry on the field.
Yeah, but just like we did last time, that Drayton chased down a lean. Now he's So we've got
Ineligible downfield on the Bulldogs.
okay. So we set up the screen, but
Yeah,
somebody
offensive lineman just got a
somebody
little,
wandered
yeah, a little too far.
too far down. So that is totally negated.
With an illegal man downfield on the Bulldogs. Should be a 5-yard penalty. Ball will be placed now just inside the 50-yard line. Will be 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs.
Still second down, so 2nd and 5. See what the Bulldogs have up their sleeve this time. There's a lean wide open. I wish he would have turned the other way, but I believe he's going to be close to the first down.
Very close. Number 12, Patrick Fox, was in there on the tackle.
Officials say it is a first
Yep.
down. We said it before Coach Hayes.
Yes.
Ball will be placed just inside the 45-yard line. First down, Bulldogs.
That's Gussler. I usually can recognize his little close to the ground running style.
Number 46, Lance Hammock, made the stop there. Yeah, he does have a distinctive run there, the way he stays low.
Yep, he stays very low.
So positive yards on first downs, what the Bulldogs want.
Yep, just keep pushing it down into Saint territory. Let the clock keep cranking. Walmsley's going to have to keep that. And I'm not sure if it was caused by the high snap. And Walmsley lets it go, and the Saints recover.
42, Derek Payne was in there on the tackle, knocked it loose. Covered by the Saints.
Saints will take over. The ball will be placed on the 38-yard line. It will be 1st and 10 for the Saints.
Oh, there's 1 minute left. I have to be back then.
Officials didn't like something there.
It's a movement on the offensive line.
So it's 5 yards back.
Looked like there was a guard there that was going to pull, that was rocking back in his stance a little, trying to get out early.
As a coach, that just drives you insane after you've had a momentum change.
Yes.
You get that fumble, you got the ball, you're behind by 13 points, you got it pointing the right direction, and now you go backwards 5 yards. First and 15. Gives it to Drayton. Drayton pushes off the right side. But maybe 2 yards, 3 yards. We'll give him 3 yards. Second down.
Joseph Aline was there to meet him pretty quickly. Seems that lately that quick handoff they've been doing does not work as well as when they kind of do the misdirection
Right.
and get an extra body in front of Mr. Drayton.
Well, there he is, back to pass.
Devin Simmons was in there.
Putting the pressure on him.
That ball was really thrown to no one.
He did have he had at least one receiver out there close enough that we didn't have it called as intentional grounding, but it just didn't look right from the get-go.
No, it didn't. I'd say the Bulldog defensive line, they're doing a good job of staying kind of in their gaps there, which is kind of slowing up some of these runs. Not leaving any openings for these quick running backs of the Saints.
Drayton, we had a hand on him, and we were lucky to get Joseph Aline.
Made the tackle, but you're right. Davis Brown was in there quickly
and put a little nudge on him that might have got him going a little bit not the way he had in mind. And Joseph Aline came in and put the stop to it. And that's the end of quarter number 3. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We're back for the start of quarter 4. There's 12 minutes of ball to play. Score is 13-0. Bible Bulldogs ahead of the St. Bernards, 13-0. They put their man in motion, and quarterback decides to keep it. Patrick Fox is thrown for a loss.
Number 2, Dylan Rocca, did his job, stayed at home out there on the outside, was not fooled.
So that attempt at something a little different to try to make up that 4th down yardage just didn't fly.
Didn't have much of a chance.
Bulldog defense is doing a good job of staying at home.
Yes.
In the face of some of this misdirection. Have we put a camera on the Bulldog tonight? We need to, because it's Mr. McCreary in there tonight. I should have guessed that. Nice catch by Dylan. Nice catch. He had to reach his arm back behind his body.
Derek Payne was in there on the tackle.
Number 42, Derek Payne on the tackle for the Saints. Pass completed for number 6, Dustin Walmsley. Number 2, Dylan Rocca. It'll be a 4-yard gain. It'll be second and 6 for the Bulldogs.
So it was a little different pass there with that kind of a sprint roll out to the right. He had 2 men out there and went with a under option.
And I don't know if he felt the pressure coming or not, but he handled it well.
He did.
Here we go back this way. Christian Stone. Now, if Christian can get a step, he has very good speed. Quarterback Patrick Fox playing defense. Put the stop on Stone. Not before Christian picks up the first down.
It'll be a 6-yard gain for Christian.
I asked the cameramen to pick up a shot of our Bulldog mascot tonight because our usual mascot, Carson Barker, is not in uniform tonight for senior night, and we have one of our Bible teachers, Jason McCreary, dressed up as the Bulldog tonight. Now hang on to that ball, Dustin Walmsley. Takes it down to the 4-yard line.
Nice run.
He picked his way very nicely. Didn't get in a big hurry, just kept looking, picking his way down the field.
Payne and Drayton were both in there on the tackle.
It's 4 yards to go, first down.
First down, Bulldog.
They didn't score.
Put a man in motion. Walmsley's going to try it himself. He's got his eye on the goal line. Did they throw him
He's
into?
in.
They threw him in.
Dustin Walmsley, touchdown, Bulldog.
He rolled over on his back across the tackler, and the tackler threw him into the end zone.
That he did. 51,
Touchdown.
David Lee had him wrapped up and threw him the wrong way.
Threw him the wrong way.
Which we will take.
We will take that. We'll take that. That kind of help we'll take.
Yes.
So 19 points. We're lining up to kick.
The PAT for the Bulldog.
Something didn't look quite right there.
Like somebody
Came across early, but it's
very early.
It's a moot point because we made the point. 20-0 with 9:37 remaining. The Saints have not shown us any indication that they have something in their offense that's going to put 3 touchdowns on the board in 9 minutes and 37 seconds. But I've watched enough high school football in my years to know that the game's not over.
Yes. But without much of a passing game, they would have to rely on some long runs.
Some long runs. And without a passing game, that takes away a lot of clock management opportunities.
Yes.
Other than running out of bounds, which is not their style to run to the sidelines. So they're going to pick that up, and they handled that better this time. They knew they had to get on it. We were right there with them. If he would have mishandled that, Noel Gussler was right there beside him.
That ball checked up last time. I think it rolled out of bounds on the Bulldogs, and that one almost looked like a golf shot. Had a little backspin on it and just sat there. So Drayton had a quick run over there and jump on it because it was not going out of bounds.
Well, they have put an extra wide receiver out there that in the slot that they usually don't have. We'll see what he's got in mind. He's going to throw out to one of those, and it's number 10. And he is still on his feet. So Edric Bennett, so they've shown us something we have not seen all night long.
Yeah, Christian Stone was out there to run him out of bounds after the ball carrier crossed the 50.
So he took Edric Bennett, stuck him out there as a wide receiver. Bennett stepped back, took the lateral pass basically, and then used that as a way of getting open for the run.
Gain of about 20 there for the Saints.
Yep, that's a play we have not seen all night. They're keeping that same formation. They're looking for it again. Now he looks down the field, throws it short. We pick it off. We're on the way. Noel Gussler has the ball, and he's bringing it back.
Very nice. You're right. They faked that same play again, tried to throw it deep.
And Noel was right with him.
He was.
And then it was underthrown. So Noel did a great job. He was defending a man about 6 or 8 inches taller than him.
Yeah. And just great recognition on his part to realize, stay with that man. That.
Well, we said it was Noel Gussler. It was Jordan McPherson.
Jordan McPherson.
We're going to have to give that to Jordan McPherson. Coach Hayes also gave it to Noel, but it was Jordan. I can tell by the way they were smacking him on the helmet as he walked off. So there we go. Dylan Rocca gets across the line of scrimmage and brings it out another 3 yards.
3-6 Lance Hammock was in there on the stop for the Saints.
The clock is moving. I believe the Saints have all their timeouts for this half, and I believe we have 2 left. Of course, we will not be wanting to take any.
No, sir. Keep the clock rolling.
We got Joseph Aline and Nick Johnson out wide. We've got the whole field covered. We're going to keep it on the ground. There's Gussler. Gussler's loose. He's taking care of the ball so well, switching it to the arm that he needs to protect it with. He's hurt. He needs out for a minute.
That was number 24, William Leggett, on the tackle there.
Ball will be placed on the 41-yard line. First down, Bulldog.
Bulldogs have been very good at keeping their legs moving. Those first couple of hits, Saints are hitting them with arms, not really wrapping up their bodies, and the Bulldogs are running through those arm tackles.
He had a lean open at the inception of that, but as it kept going on, it might be just as well that went over both their heads.
Yes.
He was under a lot of pressure there from number 45, Nelson Hughes. And I think that's probably what caused him to overthrow it. So that brings up second down. We are in Saints territory at the 41-yard line. The clock keeps on rolling. Just as soon as this play is in, so we start at 7:34. Walmsley keeps it himself, scoots ahead for about 4 yards.
And 42, Derek Payne in there on the stop yet again, amongst others.
Amongst others, which Coach, I heard him say
65.
Duncan Locke, 65, yep, I saw him come up off the pile. Walmsley might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Obviously, that offsides by the Saints was not far enough into the neutral zone to cause a flag.
No.
And it is the last water break of the 2012 football season. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. And we're back. 6:18 remaining in quarter number 4. Mount Dora Bible School Bulldogs ahead 20-0. Walmsley's looking to chunk it. He's got wide open Dylan Rocca. There's the first down. All Dylan needs to do is fall down. Did he drop the ball?
No.
Nope. He held on. It's first down.
77 Spencer Locke was on the tackle there for the Saints. He had a lean wide open deep, but luckily there was an underneath man there, and Rocca was
well within the first down yardage. That's what we had to have. It was fourth down. Walmsley gets about half of it. Straight up the middle. Well, they're going to put him back a little further than I thought.
Right.
So 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6.
46 Lance Hammock amongst others on the tackle.
We're inside the 25-yard line. 4:48 remaining.
This Bulldog offensive line's done a very good job tonight.
Very good job against a defensive line
that's
much bigger than them. They've been able to manipulate the bigger defensive line into openings for the running backs. Well, are you kidding me?
Touchdown.
Are you kidding me?
To Davis Brown.
I thought it hit the ground.
So did I.
All right. You always like to see a flea flicker.
Yeah. So that was a little tackle eligible play there.
Let's see. It doesn't matter because he lateraled it back. You can lateral to anybody.
Right.
Davis Brown with his first touchdown reception in his career.
Well, except for it's not a reception, but we can let it be a touchdown.
Yes. What a play.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that old horse to come out tonight. 30 years ago, you'd see it about every Friday night. Somebody would try it.
Right.
All right. Illegal substitution. We had too many guys on the field and tried to sneak one off. And if you run right past the official, he pretty much figures out.
Yeah. Not going to fool anyone there.
No. He would have been better off slipping off the other side. So that if we get a good snap, that means nothing to Christian Stone. He's got a huge foot. But
Wide left.
wide left.
He had the distance.
He had all kind of distance. He hit the utility shed back there.
Not only is Davis Brown on that offensive line opening up some holes, but now they're scoring touchdowns.
Now they're scoring. So I don't see how Joseph Aline picked that off the turf.
I'm with you.
I want to see the I'll go home and I'll watch the replay on that.
But there was no whistle.
No whistle, and he flipped it right up into Davis's hand, and there was nobody there to put a stop to that.
No. And my guess is if anybody was, the way Davis was moving,
he would have just rolled him over.
Yes. Because he had a full head of steam coming around the corner.
Well, you like to see your seniors get something on senior night.
Yes.
All right, so they're actually going to get a chance to return this. Their most dangerous man has his hands on it, but not his usual head up the field run.
Right.
He tries to take it around the left side and basically returns it for about 5 or 6 yards, and that's Dwight Drayton.
23, Jordan McPherson was in there on the tackle.
Okay, and I saw a flag come down.
I did too.
He tucked it back in his pocket, but it's going to go against the Bulldogs. So
they're marking off 15 yards.
Yep.
Personal
foul. Might have been a late hit.
Could have been.
I tell you, though, with Dwight Drayton, you have to err on the side of caution because if you say, well, my buddy's got him, your buddy might not have him because he might be headed on down the field. Whoops.
Ball's
little
on the
fumble,
ground.
they fall on it, take care of it.
Running backs weren't quite sure who was supposed to take it.
Who's taking it, and it come loose. Patrick Fox heads to the sideline to get the play. I don't think they've had a delay of game.
No, they have not.
So their little plan of how they bring the play in, they do it within their time limit. Well, let's see.
That's a nice, interesting way to get a man down, Joseph Aline.
And now he's going to get a penalty for too much celebration. That's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct.
Was on his back, used his legs to kind of trip him up, and got a little too excited about that.
Yep, unsportsmanlike conduct. You can't do that. I hate to see that.
Yeah.
2:58 to go in the game. It's just not a good thing.
No, not when it extends the other team's drive.
And right now, the Bulldog defense is trying to play for a shutout.
Yes. On senior night.
Well, he held on to it. I don't know how he did it.
I lost it.
Jordan McPherson had him in his arms when he went up to catch it, and he still held on to the ball.
The ball and the defender seemed to arrive at the exact same time on that play. Good play by Mr. McPherson.
Right, because they only made about 2 yards on the play.
So 52 Ryan Leary, 54 Davis Brown, and who else we got out there on the defensive
Probably
line?
Rodney Leary's probably out there with him.
Yes, they've done a very good job tonight.
3-man line. Various linebackers stepping up in the gaps. Fox is going to try to make a little yardage on his own. Picks up about 3 or 4, so it's going to be 3rd and 4.
That was 64 Rodney Leary in there on the tackle, and we've also got 77 Grant Kim out there on the defensive line as well.
Excuse me, that's number 64, Rodney Leary on the tackle. Number 12, Patrick Fox on the carry. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And 3rd and 3 for the Saints.
Just a minute left to go.
Yep, it's been a beautiful night for football. Perfect. The weather's perfect. We didn't have to put our tent up tonight over our equipment. It's been a great senior night, a great way to end our season. Quarterback keeps it, tries to head for the sideline.
Tackle there by 23 Jordan McPherson again.
Timeout. Saints. 27 seconds left. Mr. Horton, are we going to do a post game, or you want us to just start winding this thing on down? All right, we got 27 seconds left. We're going to talk our way on out of it, and when the game's over, we're going to be about done. Coach Hayes is going to announce the players of the game. He's giving it to Dustin Walmsley, the quarterback. He's given Joseph Aline, player of the game, 10 tackles, kickoff return. Davis Brown, the 3rd one. And Dylan Rocca. 4 seniors, players of the game, senior night.
Well deserved, too, because those 4 gentlemen have played an
Played
outstanding
hard.
game.
Played hard. They knew it was their last game.
Yeah, both sides of the ball.
All right, the Saints are going to try to finish this thing up. They're wanting very badly to put 7 points on the board. And he put 2 men down there. Hit the man in the chest. Incomplete.
Yeah, that was 22 Ahmad Bilal that was hit right in the numbers with that pass.
And I have a feeling he thought the man crossing was the intended receiver, and when it showed up in his
surprised him. Well,
Chris, I appreciate you once again coming in and helping me out tonight. I've enjoyed it. I appreciate your view of high school football and your support of Mount Dora Bible School.
Well, glad you guys had me back. I'm enjoying it.
Well, think about it for next year. You don't know anything about basketball, do you?
I'm not so good with the brown ball.
You're lucky then. You're off the you're off the hook for that. All right, there's a big sack.
77 Grant Kim got in there with some other Bulldogs.
Saints wanted another timeout. We're going to wind this game down this last 13 seconds, and then we're going to leave the air. We appreciate everybody out there that has supported our live streaming football coverage, and also those of you that have taken time after the game the next week to watch it in the archives on the website. We know that it's been appreciated because we have heard from families up the country that have been able to sit at home on Friday night and watch their grandkids play football when they wouldn't have any opportunity to travel down here to see it.
That's a wonderful thing.
So that's a wonderful thing. We have heard absolutely nothing from Lithuania, so I don't think anyone there's been watching. We can only hope next year that we can reach out into the Baltic states. There's their little play. They like to get it out there to Bennett so he can see what he can do and also run out of bounds.
Dylan Rocca that ran him out of bounds there. They let the clock expire.
We're going to wait. We're going to hold it here because I believe we're going to have to put some more time back on the clock. Nope, that's the ball game.
They called it.
They called it. Well, Mount Dora Bible, 26 points. The St. Bernard 0. That brings this broadcast to a conclusion. Good night, everybody, from Mount Dora, Florida.
Come and see what we're all about.
Come and see what we're all about.
Come and see what we're all about.
Christian Home and Bible School was started in 1945. This is a place that helps children grow academically, socially, and spiritually.
We are actually located in the heart of downtown Mount Dora in beautiful rolling hills, whispering pine trees. And once you've had an opportunity to see our beautiful 70-acre campus and what we do here with our students, I think you will be very impressed.
Our mission is to educate for life and eternity, as we want to prepare our kids for the very best opportunities that life has to offer.
We currently have 640 students here, starting in pre-K at 2 years of age, all the way through 12th grade.
Our makeup is really diverse. We have 5 different countries represented, over 14 different religious backgrounds. If you're looking for a place that's going to nurture you, that's going to help you grow, that's going to bring you to heights you've never expected, this is the right place.
Come for a tour of our beautiful 70-acre campus and let me show you what Christian Home and Bible School is all about.
Come and see what we're all about.
Come and see what we're all about.
Come see us today. You'll love it.